Welcome to Teen Kids News. I'm Wanza.
And I'm Livia. Here's our top story for this week.
In recent years, we have seen people in other countries struggle to form governments that work. But how much do we know about how our own government operates? A nationwide test found a lot of teens need to learn more. Lauren has the story from Washington, D.C.
If I asked you which rights were protected by the First Amendment, how would you respond?
The one right that's protected by the First Amendment is freedom of speech.
Correct. In addition to freedom of speech, our Constitution protects several other rights. Freedom of the press, religion, peaceful assembly, and the right to petition for grievances. That's considered basic knowledge of civics for American 8th graders by the National Assessment Governing Board.
The National Assessment Governing Board is a board that sets the policy for the National Assessment of Educational Progress, otherwise known as NAEP. The main goal is to ensure that we can measure the knowledge across different subjects for our students in grades 4, 8, and 12.
The board regularly tests a sample of American students. Then it issues a report card stating how many of us are performing at 3 levels. So explain the difference between the 3 levels.
At the lowest level of achievement, if you will, we have basic. Then we have students who are demonstrating more knowledge of information, proficient. And then those who are demonstrating even higher levels of understanding at the advanced level.
With civics, what did the report card find?
We found first that our 4th graders, there was an upward trend, so they were doing well, if you will. They were increasing with their scores over the last assessment that was given for civics. 8th grade was flat, not a real decrease, not a real increase. That was not encouraging.
Only 1 in 5 8th graders scored at or above proficient. That means they could answer questions like, what is the role of the Supreme Court?
To judge and analyze the different laws and interpret different laws.
Yes. The Supreme Court rules on whether or not laws are constitutional. Most of the kids we interviewed didn't know the answer to that question. That's one of the reasons why former Supreme Court Justice Sandra Day O'Connor is joining the effort to educate young people about civics. She has helped launch an educational website at icivics.org. Maybe the country's 12th graders should log in now. Their performance is down from the last civics test.
Well, it shows that we have a lot of work to do. It shows that we really have to groom our students so that they can understand what it means to become engaged citizens. And that starts with understanding their civics.
So many Americans have fought and died to protect our rights, the least we can do is learn about them. For Teen Kids News, I'm Lauren.
There's a lot more ahead, so stick with us.
Teen Kids News will be right back.